gentlemen, take this time. We invite you to stand and remove your hats for the national anthem. Here to perform the Star Spangled Banner is Naomi Perry. Ladies and gentlemen,
Sunday afternoon soccer from Las Vegas. The Llamas are out, and it's San Antonio FC visiting Las Vegas Lights in a rematch of last week's encounter in the Alamo City. And good afternoon, I'm Matt Peterson with Jason Barfield. Second meeting in as many weekends, very quick turnaround for Las Vegas. San Antonio FC, an opportunity to get 3 points away from home.
Yeah, it's probably not an ideal situation for either side. An immediate turnaround for Las Vegas 2 days later. San Antonio, you could see a team you just saw a week ago. A lot of positives and negatives you can take from that.
6 changes to the lineup for Las Vegas. One of those who's returning to the lineup is Andrew Carlton. He looked really good in the performance on Friday, a loss for Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, but just really starting to come into it and get a feel for the game. You know, a lot of chances created there. Doesn't have that goal yet, looking for that first one, but I think there's a lot that you can take from that.
Alan Marcina has changed his entire midfield. Christian Pirano is available off the bench. He had a set-piece goal against Las Vegas last weekend.
He's had set pieces in back-to-back matches. In fact, it was a really good one last week. A guy that can come in off the bench in this one and really give you a spark late.
Now we go to the starting lineups. First for Las Vegas, under first-year head coach Isidro Sanchez. He made 6 total changes to the team that lost against Charleston on Friday. Many changes to his team as he looks for fresh legs 36 hours after Friday night's game.
Yeah, I don't think that you can say that that's a huge surprise when you look at this quick turnaround. I mean, within 48 hours of playing, this is not something these guys typically do at this level. Yeah, when you're 15, you're playing club ball, yes. But at this level, professional, to turn around 2 days later and play, so you can see why you would want to change things up, get some fresh legs on the pitch.
2 starts for Las Vegas natives Azriel Gonzalez and Xander Romero. Meanwhile, for San Antonio FC, the defending champions in the USL Championship, winless in 4, they had 4 changes. Shannon Gomez, Nacho Bailome, Kamarni Smith, and Ja'Cory Hayes into the team for Alan Marcina.
But hey, 4 changes, the most they have made all season long to a starting lineup. And once again, just looking for some matchups. You talk about that midfield, 3 changes in the midfield, so 3 new midfielders. How is that going to play? And how are they really going to line up? It'll be interesting to see as this match kind of develops to see what sort of shape that formation takes.
A rematch in store. San Antonio FC and Las Vegas Lights. Kickoff from Cashman Field after the break.
Attention, local sports fans and business owners. Las Vegas Lights Pro Soccer is offering an amazing flat rate bulk ticket offer for local businesses. Regardless of the total number of employees you have, everyone and a guest can attend Lights FC matches for one super low flat rate. Only $1,799 for the season or $399 for individual games. That's the best value in Vegas sports. Visit lightsfc.com/business package to learn more. Viva Lights!
As a Great Clips salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
As a stylist, I know it can be hard to find time for a haircut. With the Great Clips app, you can put your name on the list from anywhere and head to the salon when it's time for your cut. A great haircut plus more time for what you love. That's Great Clips.
We know life gets hectic. Work, kids, sports. Who could expect you to remember ice for the barbecue, diapers for the baby, or maybe it's food for the dog? Can't get to Terribles? Get Terribles to you. With all the essential items you need with contactless delivery right to your doorstep. And ordering couldn't be easier with the free Terribles Social House app or online at terribleherbs.com. You got this. Can't get to Terribles? Get Terribles to you.
Set for kickoff from Cashman Field. Andrew Carlton started on Friday. He starts again for Isidro Sanchez.
So we got to make sure we stay loud. We stay proud. It's okay to get rowdy here in the
Afternoon soccer from Cashman Field in Las Vegas on the Cinco de Mayo weekend.
We want to hear you get as loud as you can. If you believe your Las Vegas FC will win, let's hear you make some noise.
Pretty pleasant conditions, 80 degrees at kickoff.
I'll take that. Not a bad day to be out watching.
And these players will too underway from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. For Vegas, second game in 36 hours after a 1-0 defeat against Charleston Battery. For San Antonio, the reigning champions in the USL Championship, winless in 4, including a 1-1 draw with Las Vegas at home last weekend. Jason Barfield, what are you watching for early on?
I think you just want to see how each team comes out here in this early going. You already see San Antonio on the front foot.
An opportunity, it spills around the penalty spot. And kept in play on the far side. And there's Carlton all the way back inside his own area to defend. And a free kick is given.
Yeah, good work by Carlton, already tracking back. I think he understands San Antonio's going to press, and he was back there to defend.
Fabian Garcia gets the captain's armband today. And free kick is given. So San Antonio FC, multiple regulars out today. The whole midfield change from last week. That was Christian Pirano, Jorge Hernandez, and Mohamed Abu. All available off the bench for Alan Marcina. Hansen and Sam Adeniran, holdovers from last week's team. Here's a good cross, and it's spilled initially and now cleared. Jordan Farr had it well read, but couldn't handle it cleanly at the near post. And for Las Vegas and Isidro Sanchez, 6 changes. And the team that lost at home to Charleston, a really nice performance from Trey Muse. He stopped the penalty from Cubo Torres. He had other really good saves. One of the best offensive showings of the season for Las Vegas, but nothing to show for it.
Yeah, just missing that final touch in the final third. Creating those chances have been there, just hadn't been finishing them.
That's Jordan Ayambala. He is one of the newcomers to the lineup. Returning to face his former team. Ayambala throws it in. Lay back and defend well.
Opportunity there.
A long-range effort off the advertising boards back on the field. So good energy for Las Vegas. It's Luke Stauffer, 2 goals, 2 assists on the season for Vegas. He is known to get forward. That's what Isidro Sanchez wants.
Yeah, good to see just taking the chances early. Try to put a little pressure there on Farr.
And a good build up here on this left side from Las Vegas Lights. Ayambala against his former team. Good pullback right here on this left side. And deflected cross. Ayambala back onto it. Here's a foot race. Leo Diaz. Injury report presented by Dignity Health Physical Therapy. Matrano remains out for Las Vegas. Multiple players out for San Antonio. They had 4 questionable on the injury report heading into the week, but multiple players not in the 18 for Alan Marcina.
That's really been the story for them so far this year as well. And you know, you talk about the changes being made. Some of them are just forced because of the injury situation.
Here comes Diaz off his line. Now Mitchell Tainer, last year's Defender of the Year in the USL Championship, he remains out. It's his 4th straight game missed. Justin Dillon, very important piece last year. Now 6 games missed. Maloney not in the game day roster. Only 5 substitutes today for Alan Marcina. Maloney is not one of them. Goal from Sam Adeniran. 5 minutes into the match away from home, and San Antonio FC has the lead.
Oh, what a great pick out there to find Adeniran, corner of the box, and he just had plenty of time to set himself up, get another look at it.
He scored in the USL Championship final last year, had a great season. He's back on loan this year from St. Louis City FC. That's just what San Antonio needed as they try to break out of this 4-game winless run. A goal from their leading scorer from last season.
And what a boost to this side to be able to get him back in. You mentioned the goal that he scored in the final, but what a big part he was of that championship team. To get him back in here into the fold, that's a nice boost to the side.
His first goal in 2 games on loan from St. Louis City FC. He had 12 goals in 23 appearances last year. And your keys to the game, Jason Barfield, presented by Finlay Chevy.
Yeah, and you know, we talk about the lights and how important is it now. They've got to come out and get some goals. Now you're already chasing it, and that's been something they haven't been able to do. We talk about weathering the early storm. We've already seen it. As for San Antonio, midfield is disorganized a little bit. It's a change. How are they going to play with that new midfield? And looking to see how they adjust already early on. I think you like the results.
Now we think it's a midfield 3 with Smith, Hayes, and Bailone. Could be a lot of fluidity to the entire formation on this narrow field at Cashman Field, but it helps having a seasoned goal scorer in the USL Championship like Sam Adeniran on loan from St. Louis City FC. He played in the Open Cup against Nashville. Made his first start for this season in the championship against Las Vegas last week, and that was a beautiful effort with his left foot from the edge of the box. Diagonal ball intended there for Carlton. Good sportsmanship.
And I think what that early goal really does for San Antonio now is they may have had some questions of coming in, how they might want to set up. How do you want to play? You get that early goal, it takes that pressure off, and now maybe you can sit back and change your shape just a little bit and maybe play a little bit more comfortable for what you wanted to do.
Carlton, he'll try his luck. Saved by Farr, second chance is headed wide. Good goalkeeping there from the reigning goalkeeper of the year in the USL Championship. A short hop, and Farr did well with it and was ready for the second chance.
Yeah, great initial stop from Farr. Once again, another shot from distance, and he just got his body in front of it. Looks like the flag was up on the far side, so the follow-up would not have counted, but still the initial save was great.
Preston Tabor Tataka with the second chance, and as you said, offside. Good challenge on the edge of the box. So San Antonio FC, historic season last year, winning the USL Championship for the first time. The defense was sensational. And Jordan Farr, 17 shutouts. Conceded only 25 goals in 34 games, so this is not a team you want to fall behind early. As San Antonio scores inside 5 minutes through Sam Adeniran.
And a no doubt choice for goalkeeper of the year last season.
Corner kick for San Antonio FC. It's the captain, Fabien Garcia, 28-year-old from France. Second year with the club, previous 3 years with Austin Bold. And it's headed clear. A run down, nice turn of pace there from Tabor Tataka. It's 4-on-4 for Las Vegas and good defending. Now it's Shannon Gomez. He's the center back today, maybe third choice in some ways. Nothing against Gomez, but he's not a natural center back. But with Maloney out today and the defender of the year, Mitchell Tainer, Maloney was backing up Tainer. They're both out today, so Gomez gets one of the 3 center back slots.
Yeah, second year with San Antonio, made a nice play on that breakaway.
That's good physicality, and a free kick is given. A little too much from Zico Bailey. He's a Las Vegas native. Several Las Vegas natives on the field today. Bailey grew up in Vegas, moved to Los Angeles to join the LA Galaxy Academy. He was pinched in there from his right back position.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot he was going to be able to do there, just trying to hold the play up. Got a couple of grabs in on the jersey, and then ultimately got the whistle.
A set piece opportunity. Azriel Gonzalez, another Las Vegas native. He's making his Las Vegas Lights debut today, wearing number 11. He's standing over it alongside Tabor Tataka.
This is a good spot for a free kick as well.
Sam Adeniran's goal, fastest in the USL Championship this season for San Antonio FC. It is Azriel Gonzalez. It is blocked.
Wall did its job there.
Kept in at the end line. And in the end, they go into the field. Boards far, checking on Stauffer. Good sportsmanship. Luke Stauffer, full effort into the dirt behind the field of play.
Well, a nice little clipped ball there into the box. Dangerous spot. Stauffer just half a step from getting to that and being able to make a play.
Back to his feet. 2 goals, 2 assists for Stauffer.
I think he might be saying he was pushed there at the end, the reason why he wasn't able to get to it.
Farr will restart. Grew up in Salem, Oregon, went to Corban University, and only joined San Antonio FC in 2021 for the playoffs after the injury to Matt Cardone, the longtime goalkeeper, and it's been his position ever since. He'll have to leave the field, maybe a little bit of blood on that hand.
Yeah, it looked like he went into the dirt there, kind of some rock, scraped up the hand a little bit.
A free kick is given. And they'll allow Luke Stauffer to return to the field. Restart was rather quickly from Las Vegas, and too quick.
Yeah, still had 2 bodies on the floor at the moment. We're sorting everything out from behind the play.
Referee today is J.C. Griggs. 4 minutes and 6 seconds into the match from Sam Adeniran. Fastest goal of the season for him. And now Las Vegas have conceded 3 times in the first 15 minutes this season. 3rd most in the USL Championship. Only Memphis and Charleston have conceded more during those first 15 minutes. And again, Jason Barfield, it's a mixed feeling for Las Vegas. You go on the road for 6, you get 5 draws. That's pretty good, but now there are 7 games into the season, still looking for the first win.
Yeah, and that all of a sudden, you know, you start getting this far into the season, and that becomes a thing where you start talking about when are you going to get the full 3 points? Because you go on the road, you get a good feeling, you get a draw, but then you get another one, and then you get another one, and all of a sudden now you're like, when are we going to get the full 3? And, you know, it starts becoming a lingering thing. But I'll tell you what, I like the way they've responded since the goal.
Good delivered ball, just slightly overhit. 2 runners in the box. Good strength in the corner before the delivery.
You know, this start is very similar to the way these 2 teams started against each other a week ago. It was all San Antonio early. In fact, they got a penalty early and didn't convert. And then immediately after, Las Vegas was able to get the goal, and that kind of settled them down a little bit until San Antonio equalized late in the half. But it's a very similar start. It's a lot of San Antonio creating chances. The only difference is San Antonio converted this time where they didn't a week ago.
A throw in here for Shannon Gomez, 25-year-old from Trinidad, 2nd year with San Antonio. A lot of experience, Sacramento, Pittsburgh, NYCFC. Versatile player, play multiple positions. And a throw in at midfield. Jordan Ayimbola scored a memorable goal last year against Monterey Bay. It was the 6th and a 6-0 win, setting a San Antonio FC record for goals in a USL Championship game. A header from a corner kick. Good pressure, throw-in is earned. It's Nacho Bailone applying the pressure to earn the throw-in. Adeniran, the goal scorer. Nico Hansen knocked off the ball. Back to the center circle. San Antonio FC, a lead on the road. Sam Adeniran's first goal of 2023. He's rejoined San Antonio FC on loan from St. Louis City FC of MLS after a 12-goal season. Now, last year was on loan from Seattle. Has found a home in San Antonio. A second home, if you will. I'm sure he likes his home in St. Louis as well. A big punt from far. Look at that, all the way near the edge of the opposite 18-yard box. A bending, clipped-in ball. That time from Lamar Batista. Deep throw in here for San Antonio FC.
Batista's one of those guys who's just been a rock for San Antonio so far this year. He's played in every minute, playing that center back position, and just been so solid, leading in most defensive categories. He's contributed a couple goals as well. But a goal of the year to start the season.
Last season with Rochester. Here's the long throw in, flicked on. And run down here by Nico Hansen, former Houston Dynamo and Columbus Crew player, also time at Minnesota United. It's a good delivery, slightly overhit. No deflection, goal kick to Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, looking for Bailoni there right at the 12-yard spot and just floated it a bit high.
In midfield, here's Carlton, peeks over his shoulder. Carlton wide on the side. Azriel Gonzalez, the Las Vegas native, and his Las Vegas Lights debut. Well known in the USL Championship, 5 years with Tacoma. And good foot speed to watch that out. It's another debut for Las Vegas Lights. Timothy Zali joined on loan just 3 days ago from New Mexico United. He's wearing number 98. He's 25 years old from Switzerland. Playing center back today. There's a free kick. Another guy who's entered the starting lineup this afternoon, Xander Romero. He has ties to Las Vegas and to San Antonio. He was born and raised in Henderson, Nevada. Spent some time in San Antonio and also time with the LAFC Youth Academy. He's also appeared for the El Salvador national team. Fabian Garcia to deliver this free kick for San Antonio FC. Good bending effort, free header, but skimming off the top. For Kamarni Smith, one of the 4 entrants to the starting lineup for Alan Marcina. Kamarni Smith, 25 years old from Nottingham, England. Also in his first year with San Antonio FC. Just 2 years ago was the number 4 overall pick in the MLS draft by DC United.
Standout college career at Clemson. Another guy that they were excited about coming out.
Makes his 9th appearance, 4th start for San Antonio today. Chested down. Oh, nearly a big effort off the chest there from Azriel Gonzalez, but good defending in the end from San Antonio.
Yeah, just didn't catch it clean. You saw what he wanted to do there. He was going for the spectacular.
San Antonio continues to score early in games. 3 goals in the first 15 minutes of matches now, 3rd most in the USL Championship. And Colorado Springs and Miami FC both lead the division with 4 apiece. In the blink of an eye, the equalizer comes. Preston Tabor Tataka and Las Vegas have pulled even here in the 19th minute.
And what a ball on the delivery, just threading it through there. And it was perfect. The run, the timing was perfect, and then a one-time finish.
A happy return to Las Vegas, where he spent the 2019 season for Preston Tabor Tataka, the 24-year-old from Cameroon.
Yeah, we'll get another look at it here. And it's just a perfectly played ball. Splits the defenders in the run on the outside. And there's just not a whole lot that you can do to defend that.
Very happy manager there, Isidro Sanchez. Given the start.
But I tell you what, though, that's been coming. I mean, Vegas has looked really good since the goal. They've had a couple of nice build-up plays, and that's the response that you want when you get pegged back early. Be able to respond. Goal scoring has been an issue for them, and they were able to come back and get one within about 15 minutes.
A 5th year in the USL Championship for Tabor Tataka, last year with New Mexico United. That's his first Las Vegas Lights goal. Long throw incoming. Shannon Gomez. 8th appearance, 6th start this season for Gomez. An easy clearing header. Pato Faz, quiet start for him, but he couldn't quite settle that touch. All the way back to Leo Diaz.
Bit of a role reversal for the start of this match from what they did a week ago. Last time out, it was LAFC. I'm sorry, the Las Vegas Lights who scored first, and then San Antonio came back and equalized, this time the opposite way around.
Big punt there from Diaz. Ezekiel Bailey into the channel there for Isaiah Parker. Several MLS loanees on this San Antonio FC team. We mentioned Sam Adeniran. Isaiah Parker's on loan from FC Dallas. Number 3 overall pick by FC Dallas last year. After 1 season at St. Louis University. So another start for Parker, his 3rd start, 4th appearance on loan with San Antonio. That's nice for him. He can stay in state on loan from Dallas to San Antonio, just a few hours from his parent club. Pretty open field to this game, Jason.
Yeah, I think I like the way that both teams are moving. They're both finding space and getting into the attack quickly.
Pato Faz, a little hesitation there. Debut season with Las Vegas Lights. Deflected cross too far, intended for Tabor Tataka.
Yeah, tried to change direction a little bit, switched over to the right foot to play the ball in, and just overcooked it a bit. But once again, you like the thought there. He had 2 runners into the box, just couldn't pick them out.
San Antonio FC, a win, a draw, and a loss in 3 games away from home this season. Cedro jumping up and down, trying to give the energy to his players on this Sunday afternoon.
And sometimes you have to artificially create that a little bit, especially when you're playing your 2nd match in 2 days, and to, you know, find that little something extra and kind of dig in for it.
Direct ball here, all the way back for Farm. The recent form for San Antonio, a draw at home against Las Vegas. They lost at Nashville in the Open Cup before that. A draw at home against Phoenix Rising, 1-1. A road defeat in the rematch of the USL Championship final from last year at Lou City, 1-0. And a scoreless draw at home against Sacramento Republic. So the positive, they haven't conceded more than once. The negative, they haven't scored more than once during this 4-game winless run.
Yeah, bright start to the year, and it slowed up a little bit. Just 2 points over their last 4. So, you know, they're wanting to get back out and look for the results.
Here's the goal scorer, Tabor Tataka, dispossessed by Shannon Gomez. And Nico Hansen caught a possession there, trying a little self-pass, but well defended by Jordan Ayimbola. He's facing his former team today. Ayimbola dispossesses Bailey. There was an arm up there, no call. Referee says play on.
And I think for the most part, we're seeing that. He's letting them play. You see the call there, a little bit of a high boot, but, you know, he's letting the guys play. You're seeing a little bit of physical play. There's already been some kind of tugs of the jerseys that he's let go. He is not liking the quick restarts, however. That's the 2nd one he's called back. But you know what? I think when you look at the amount of rest that San Antonio has had, I think this style plays into what Vegas does a little bit, allowing it to be a little more physical, maybe a little bit of grab extra here to keep them from getting out and running a lot on them. They're able to break up the play a little bit without giving up the foul.
Jimenez on the ball. He had the assist on the tying goal from Tabor Tizaka. Now it's a 4-on-3. Adeniran. Good first touch. But Diaz off his line to claim. He had to beat 2 there. Gave himself a chance with that first touch. But no shot from Adeniran after his opening goal just 5 minutes into this one.
Good work from Zach Carroll tracking back and, getting a foot on the ball. Didn't have contact there in the box. It was good work defensively.
Leo Diaz with a good punt right on the money to Luke Stauffer, who's pushing forward. And it's a Las Vegas throw-in.
That's kind of a bad giveaway there. That was a ball he had possession of before it had gone out and then just kind of lost it, and gives it to Las Vegas here in a dangerous spot for a throw.
Saw San Antonio head coach there, Alan Marcina. 4th year as the head man, 6th year overall at San Antonio. Tabor Tizaka looking confident today after his goal. He's earned a corner kick.
I tell you what, 26 minutes. Right now, Las Vegas does not look like the team that's playing on short rest. They're first to every ball here. They're winning kicks, and they look like the team that's refreshed. It's a matter of how long is that going to last for them.
Carlton and Israel Gonzalez over there. 2 options at this corner. 2 defenders for San Antonio FC, just about 10 yards away. It will be Andrew Carlton. Good ball, headed straight in the air by Lamar Batista. Now a chance for San Antonio to break. That should be a yellow card. Cynical foul there. Professional foul. I don't know how he argues that. Luke Stauffer in the book in the 27th minute.
Yeah, those are the ones, like I said, they've let a little bit go, a little bit of the tugging. When you're out in the open field like that, on a break, we'll get another look at it here. Pretty clear cut there. The grab may have been minimal, but I think the contact and breaking up the play is what got the whistle.
Yeah, foul he felt he had to make. And a transitional moment there for San Antonio FC. Headed central. I do like the open field to this. Both teams allowing the other to move the ball with some space. Both teams pushing numbers forward. Ayembala fell to the ground. 8 appearances last year with San Antonio FC. Too much contact there from Sam Adeniran.
Pleading his case. Once again, though, it's one of those that you don't really know how you can argue. He goes flying in, hip to hip, didn't have a chance at the ball. Nice little handshake there between the two afterwards.
'29th minute, 1-1 between Las Vegas and San Antonio FC. Sam Adeniran, the opening goal, just 5 minutes in. And then the tying goal in the 19th minute. Preston Tabor Tizaka. Andres Jimenez with the assist on that goal. Marty Smith set up Adeniran's goal.
First assist of the year for Jimenez.
Long throw in, headed straight in the air. A really good first touch and leave there. It's on for San Antonio FC. Diaz off his line, just past the far post. Nearly a brace for Sam Adeniran. A spectacular buildup from Nacho Bailone, who set up Adeniran.
Good quick decision there by Diaz. One of those on the breakaway, you've got to decide early if you're going to come or sit back. He decided to come, and I think being out that far, boy, he's almost 17 yards out. Forced Adeniran to make a decision, and he forced him to push it wide.
Very, very aggressive goalkeeping from Diaz and spectacular layoff from Nacho Bailone in his 3rd year with San Antonio. 6 goals and an assist last year. 1 goal, no assist so far this season as he makes his 7th start. But that was the high line from Vegas, Jason, and with 1 touch, nearly beaten by Nacho Bailone.
Yeah, they nearly unlocked them. I mean, it didn't take much, and we're seeing a lot of these, long clearances here for both sides that can create that and create an immediate scoring opportunity.
Andrew Carlton to restart. 22-year-old, grew up in the Atlanta suburbs of Powder Springs, Georgia. Last year with San Antonio Loyal. Previous time with Atlanta United 2. Loan spell with Charleston. That's to the back post. Headed to the top of the area. And good closeout there from Zico Bailey. If not, there was a uncontested shot from the top of the area. Carlton keeps it in play. A shaky clearance given right back here. Stauffer gets forward. Throw in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas doing a good job right now, just keeping the ball on their half of the field, staying in that attacking third, creating opportunities.
Stauffer to throw it in. From Kentucky, played his college soccer at Creighton. Looked like he stayed on side, but the pass was a bit heavy. Goal kick to Jordan Farr. And Jordan Farr, 2018 to 2021 with Indy 11 before joining on loan before the 21 playoffs after Matt Cardoni's injury. Good flicked header. Denerin very physical. I believe it's a throw-in, perhaps a free kick, but he has done the work. He's not just sitting and waiting for some poached goals. He's doing the defensive work as well.
Yeah, playing great up top right now, and the way that San Antonio is playing, they're going the long ball and getting it up top, and he's working for the ball.
That's his old teammate, Jordan Ayembala. Ayembala is from Ghana, made his debut in the Malaysia Premier League. Selangor. That 5th start of the season for Jordan Ayembala. A nice little self-pass here. Nico Hansen pushing forward for San Antonio FC. Hansen still running, centers it, and simply ran out of room. There was Smith open at the far post, but that was a great individual effort from Nico Hansen.
Yeah, it was a great run to get down the line, and boy, it looks like, yeah, it was a good ball in, and then it was Bailone who jumped in the way. Maybe looked like he was trying to jump out of the way. If Bailone doesn't break that up, then it may be a tap in there for Smith.
And Leo Diaz restarts. Stopped 2 penalties against Jorge Hernandez last week. The first one was called back as he left too early. He stopped him twice in a row. You do not see that very often. Vegas pushing forward. 5 in the box as the cross is headed wide. As Pato Faz, last few seasons with Detroit City in the USL Championship. 13 goals in 41 appearances. One of those veterans Isidro likes. He says, when I previously was at Vegas, I underestimated the American player. This year, I'm leaning on the American player and players like Pato Faz, who is a veteran of this league.
Hadn't really got into the mix yet this afternoon, but a guy that you know they want to target and they want to try to find.
Free kick is given. Yellow card is shown. Zach Carroll in the book. So that's tough for Las Vegas. Just 34 minutes gone. 2 of their back 4 in the book. Luke Stauffer and Zach Carroll.
Yeah, that's not ideal, certainly for a defender to pick up a yellow in the first half like this, because you've got to be careful. Now they've got 2 of them back there. We've already talked about the 6 changes in this lineup because of the game that they just played on Friday. So you do have to start thinking about depth, and now these guys have to start thinking about how they're going to play things a little bit different. With Carroll and Stauffer playing on a yellow now, you still have 10 minutes to get you to half. And so they've got to be really careful.
Ayambala and Batista chatting before this restart. Here's the upcoming schedule presented by Pink Box, FC Tulsa next weekend, and then on the road to Pittsburgh and Phoenix. Into the box. And cleared. Slightly long as they tried to find Tamarny Smith in space. Here he has assist on the Adeniran goal.
Yeah, Smith was already tiptoeing that line to begin with. So when the ball came just slightly errant off the thigh, he had no room left to play with.
Smith last 2 seasons with DC United and Loudoun United. 3 years at Clemson for the Nottingham, England native. Well, when you win the championship and you have a great reputation and history of success, as Alan Marcina does, you have an opportunity to get some really talented MLS players on loan. Several on this team from MLS sides, including the goal scorer Sam Adeniran, Tamarny Smith, Isaiah Parker. 3 starters for this starting 11 for San Antonio MLS players. And now 2 of the 3 high draft picks. Sam Adeniran's been very highly touted in the USL Championship for years now. And now it's at the top of the box. And a free kick is given. Wasn't sure which direction that would go against as Azriel Gonzalez challenged Hayes. Hayes pleading his case. At first glance, I thought the foul might have been called on the Las Vegas attacker, Azriel Gonzalez.
I thought so as well, and we'll get another look and maybe see what was called there. I don't see a whole lot in that. Maybe a handball?
That would be the only logical explanation.
And I think that may be what the gesture is, that it was possibly, that it was a handball was the call.
Now Vegas was shouting for a handball. And it's an opportunistic free kick coming here for Las Vegas. It's most likely going to be Andrew Carlton, but Preston Tabor Tataka might talk him into it or talk him out of it, depending on your opinion. He's already scored a goal today. 20 yards away, just to the right of center. Everyone back for San Antonio. Jordan Farr right in the middle of his goal. It is Andrew Carlton just over the crossbar.
Yeah, good effort there by Carlton. You know, you're sitting right outside the 18. You got to get that last-minute dip, and he just didn't get it. Rippled the top of the net on the way by.
Jordan Farr to restart. 2 shutouts in 8 games this season for Jordan Farr, who had 17 last year to win Goalkeeper of the Year. Vegas have outshot San Antonio 8-3 already. Now a chance for another opportunity up this left side. Good strike, but off the mark. Jordan Ayambala, facing his former team, has been very good this afternoon.
Ball might have taken a little bit of a late bobble right as he was getting ready to hit it, and he just didn't catch it clean. But once again, you got to like the attacking effort from Las Vegas here.
Isidro Sanchez told us this week on the call that it was a blank canvas as he took over the team in 2023, a completely new roster after last year's team was affiliated with LAFC. He said he looked at over 700 players on tape, interviewed over 100 players, ended up settling on 25 for this year's team, and said we have a few pillars: intensity, competitiveness, togetherness. He said on the road, we got 51% of the game plan right: the defense, the organization, the competitive spirit. What we are lacking is the dynamism and creativity in the attack.
Yeah, and I think the 5 draws, you see that. The defense has been there, and, you know, they're just looking for that last push, and that's on the offensive side. And a lot of that's just going to come with guys who haven't played together and just figuring out each other's tendencies. Does he like to make a near post run, a far post run? You know, just what do these guys like to do? And they'll get that figured out. And as long as the defense is still there and keeps you in it, as you see the draws there, I mean, a lot early on. And, you know, the positive you take away from that is they've been playing well defensively. They haven't been giving up handfuls of goals. It's just one moment here and there on the offensive end that maybe can change that draw to a win, and you get the full 3 points.
Already 5 draws away from home, 6 all of last season. Last year's team was actually really good away from home. Several wins away from Cashman. Heavy challenge, play on. Adeniran pushing forward. Good run from Bailoni, but the flag is up. He did his best to stay on. Earlier we had Bailoni setting up Adeniran. That time it was the Houston native Sam Adeniran setting up Nacho Bailoni.
Yeah, he was trying to check his run and hold it up.
Timothy Zali did well there to stay with his fellow defenders. Debut for Timothy Zali, who joined just a few days ago on loan from New Mexico United. That's a good overlap. Feint of a cross, he's into the area now with 3 options at the near post, and it's saved by Farr. Preston Tabor Tataka, he scored earlier. Nearly a single-handed effort for a first-half brace.
Yeah, Farr did a good job just standing his ground, because you don't know if it's going to be a shot or a cross. So he's just trying to plug up that space. Did a good job keeping his body in front, holding himself square, dropped the leg right at the last minute, able to get the block.
And Garcia made a decision as a center back to stay with the runners, not go to the ball. Bit of a gamble there. Ends up working out. Farr makes the save, and now a Jarritos corner kick is coming.
Yeah, and that was a play too. I think if you're the lights, you want to see an extra run maybe on that far post. So there just wasn't anybody there, and so he had to kind of take it on himself. But that's part of figuring out this team and figuring out the way that everybody likes to play. And that's something that they're going to remember that. They're going to see that and know that he has that ability to make that cutback, get into the box. And so next time, maybe somebody is there to make that run.
Isaiah Parker down receiving some treatment. Still only 21 years of age from Gurnee, Illinois. Number 3 pick by FC Dallas last year. After just one college season. 22 appearances with North Texas SC last year, so a bit of a change of scenery this season. Makes his 3rd start this year, 4th appearance overall. Corner kick here for Las Vegas Lights. 10 shots for Vegas, 3 for San Antonio. Las Vegas have 35 final third entries in 44 minutes. Really good attacking half from Las Vegas, especially on short rest after Friday night's defeat.
Well, and Parker had to step off the pitch, so right now Las Vegas is going to have the opportunity to play with the man advantage here.
Here's the corner kick. And it's headed back in the mix and headed clear. Second chance is blocked, 3rd effort cleared off the line. Many good chances for Las Vegas, stout defending there. I believe it was Shannon Gomez who had the clearance with one arm draped around the far post. Good work from Carlton. Another bit of slick dribbling. It's alive still and finally cleared. Vital touch in the end from Ja'Cory Hayes all the way back in front of his goalkeeper to clear. Still alive for Las Vegas. Driven effort right inside the 6, swatted away by Jordan Farr. Vegas is camped out in the penalty area and the offside flag comes up.
Boy, just a ton of scrambling at the back by San Antonio. Big swat there by Farr. The flag going up just gives them a chance to breathe for a moment. Just opportunity after opportunity. Big block there on the end line, just in front of the goal. But you see the swat away there by Farr, staying alert. Well, you have to feel like the Lights had a really good opportunity there.
Isaiah Parker's afternoon is complete. He's replaced by Christian Pirano. And stoppage time in the first half presented by the Jewelers of Las Vegas. Vegas continue to pour forward.
Well, if you're the Lights, you like those 4 minutes.
It's in the box and it's clear.
They are certainly the aggressors right here at the finish. And you see that 4 minutes go up and you feel like that gives you a little extra life.
And Christian Pirano, 2 set-piece goals in his last 2 games, one against Las Vegas last week. 23-year-old from Argentina, Pirano, into the game for Isaiah Parker. Another long throw-in. Stauffer. Tabor Tataka. Clearance from Ja'Cory Hayes. Pirano was the USL Championship Young Player of the Year in 2019. Still young at age 23. Long throw-in. Foz unable to settle. I think that's where Foz needs to be a little bit better if he wants to be the featured center forward. A long throw-in, got to bring that down in the box.
Yeah, I mean, he's there to make plays and create, and so he's got to have that control. And if it's not setting himself up to be able to play off to somebody else.
Entertaining first half from Las Vegas. San Antonio scored inside 5 minutes, fastest goal of the season for the visitors. Now a nice turn and a block shot. It's fallen to Adeniran, and diligent defending in the end by Loney. Really make that Nico Hansen had the turn and the hit. If not for a Vegas defender, that might have been on target.
Yeah, first stretch we've seen for San Antonio in quite some time getting into the attack. It's been a lot of Las Vegas possession here as of late, but now San Antonio has a chance here at the end of the first half to try to create something.
Second corner kick of the half for San Antonio FC. Everyone shaded towards the near post and the penalty spot for San Antonio. Here's the delivery towards the back post, headed on target. Diaz has it. Amar Batista with the header. Diaz did well. Diaz on loan from River Plate. 23-year-old from Lanús, Argentina. That's Pirano's first touch off the bench. 14 career goals for Pirano. Tied for the 4th most in San Antonio FC history. A good effort to avoid the corner. Fabian Garcia concedes the throw-in. And there is the halftime whistle. Foz is disappointed. No final throw-in for his side. And Jason Barfield, your thoughts on the first 45 minutes?
I really enjoyed it. This was a good first half. You know, you just didn't know what to expect. You look at the way the two teams set up. They had just played each other. Las Vegas coming off of the game on Friday night. But I really thought this was a good first half. I think there's a lot that both sides can take positive from this.
6 changes for Las Vegas from Friday night's team. San Antonio making a season-high 4 changes from the team which drew against Las Vegas last week. Sam Adeniran goal for Las Vegas Lights off a beautiful assist through midfield from Andres Jimenez. Halftime in Las Vegas, 1-1.
Friendly Ford says yes to you. Yes! Close by and up the road on North Decatur, just off US 95. Friendly makes it easy with a huge selection of Ford vehicles, including Escape, Explorer, Bronco, F-150, and more. Now with free pickup and delivery for all of your service needs. Friendly Ford, your neighborhood Ford dealership, minutes away from anywhere, delivering you the best in customer satisfaction in sales, service, parts, and body shop.
Friendly Ford, you get more.
Desert Radiology is the area's chief resource for the highest quality medical imaging and diagnostic care. We're proud to offer 11 conveniently located imaging centers across the valley. As a member of the community for over 50 years, Desert Radiology is proud to be the official imaging partner of the Las Vegas Lights. To learn more, visit desertrad.com. That's desertrad.com. Let's go Lights!
We all have needs, hopes, and dreams. Things to do, places to go, and a life to live. And whatever goals you have, America First is here to help you achieve them. We're here to provide the financial tools and services you need to take care of your family, your home, or your business. We're here to help you keep moving forward. Whatever you need, for what matters most, we're here to help. America First, federally insured by NCUA.
For over 60 years, AARP has empowered people to choose how they live as they age. As a wise friend and fierce defender, we advocate for better health, financial security, and stronger communities. We are AARP.
Halftime presented by AIS and a very entertaining first 45 minutes. At halftime, Las Vegas Lights FC 1, San Antonio FC 1. 5th-minute goal from Sam Adeniran, his first of the season, canceled out in the 19th minute by Preston Tabor Tataka. And now for more at halftime, one of today's broadcast sponsors, let's hear from Comprehensive Cancer Centers.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
on the grass. Grass things on the,
Halftime from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Matt Peters here with Jason Barfield. Some USL Championship news and notes presented by Security National Mortgage. Richard Chaplow out at Orange County. Assistant coach Morton Carlson is the interim head coach. And bring on the cup sets. Jason Barfield, 8 USL Championship clubs still in the hunt in the round of 32 beginning this Tuesday. Charleston Battery, very informed team in the championship, visiting Inter Miami. Pittsburgh is at New England Revolution. Sacramento Republic went to the final last year. They will host Colorado Rapids. And Monterey Bay, a mid-Central Coast team, taking on a true SoCal team at LAFC, which is also headed to the CONCACAF Champions League final. Loudoun United will host Columbus Crew. And then an all USL Championship matchup, Birmingham Legion FC against Memphis 901 FC. Finally, New Mexico United visiting Austin FC. What stands out to you about those matchups?
Yeah, I think the main thing you see is you do have a USL matchup here in this round. So that you know for sure a team from the USL is going to be moving on. So that's exciting. But anytime you get a chance to go up against an MLS side, I think it adds that bit of intrigue, an opportunity for a cup set, and you see a team move on. Because a lot of these guys have either played at that level or they aspire to be at the MLS or they're on loan. And so it's a chance for them to get out on the pitch and show what they can do against that top level. I think that's what makes this so much fun.
And lastly, USL on ESPN2. The debut is an Eastern Conference battle. Lou City hosting Miami FC. That's next Saturday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN2. Here's the schedule for next weekend. Lou City hosting Miami. Monterey Bay visiting New Mexico. Any other standouts for you presented by Pink Box?
Well, I'm looking forward to that San Diego, Rio Grande Valley. I think that just is a really intriguing match. That should be a fun one to watch.
Sacramento Republic hosting Indy 11. Hartford on the road at Phoenix. And more on the schedule. This is the scoreboard from this weekend. Indy 11 winning at Loudoun United. Memphis, a road win at Hartford. Oakland Roots, 4-1 at Birmingham. What a performance on the road. Detroit City and FC Tulsa sharing the points. And Tampa Bay Rowdies, a 2-0 home win over Phoenix. Here is the Western Conference standings. As you see, at the top is Sacramento. San Antonio FC on 16 points.
Yeah, I think, it's still early on, so you don't really want to put a whole lot into this. But, for a team like San Antonio that was up near the top, trying to make that push.
Halftime at Cashman Field in Las Vegas. It's 1-1.
For over 60 years, AARP has empowered people to choose how they live as they age. As a wise friend and fierce defender, we advocate for better health, financial security, and stronger communities. We are AARP.
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying your favorite activities with family and friends. Don't let aches, pains, or an injury slow you down. The therapists at Dignity Health Physical Therapy are here for you. With convenient locations throughout Nevada, Dignity's clinical experts will get you back to life. Go to dignityhealthpt.com to schedule an appointment. Dignity Health Physical Therapy believes movement is medicine and wants to help you experience the power of physical therapy today.
Las Vegas Light Soccer is presented by Comprehensive Cancer Centers, by Hot 97.5 FM, today's hottest music, by Great Clips, it's gonna be great, and by Nissan, designed to thrill. Halftime at Cashman Field in Las Vegas. San Antonio FC and Las Vegas Lights FC tied at 1. Sam Adeniran, the 5th-minute goal, canceled out by Patrick Tabor-Tataka, the tying goal. Matt Peterson with Jason Barfield. Really interesting return matchup after last week's 1-1 draw. We're tied 1-1 this afternoon.
Yeah, and I think when you look at playing a team a week later, you know, there's things that you could take away from it. You said, we could have done this a little bit better. We could have done this different. But there's still, you don't like having to turn around and play a team like this. So I think there's still some feeling out. But, you know, ultimately it turns into be the same type of first half that we saw last week.
And many changes for both sides. 6 for Las Vegas, 4 for San Antonio. At the week off, Las Vegas with just 36 hours between games. Here are the halftime highlights. And inside 5 minutes, awful curling effort, Sam Adeniran.
Yeah, great just hesitation to set himself up for the shot.
He had 12 last season, his first this season. Patrick Tabor-Tataka, what a spectacular goal. A wonderful assist from Andres Jimenez, and then it was Adeniran back the other way, just past the far post.
Yeah, just great effort here, and you know, you saw the attacking play from San Antonio, and they were able to get into the box, but they didn't create a ton of chances. It was mostly Las Vegas, 13 shots in the first half, and they did a lot of it in the box.
Preston Tabor-Tataka, nearly a second goal. This was a flurry in front of Jordan Farr.
Yeah, just a scramble on all ends here from San Antonio. And to be able to turn that away, you really feel like this probably should be a 2-1 Vegas lead right now.
I think a lot of these stats would surprise many people presented by Clark County Credit Union, given San Antonio FC's track record, given their full week of rest, but 10 shots for Vegas, 5 for San Antonio FC.
Yeah, to double them up on shots here in the first half, I think is a surprise. But it's just a testament to the way they came out and played. They were on the front foot early, and they've just continued to supply that pressure.
Las Vegas Lights FC lost at home to Charleston Battery. Had a penalty for Kubo Torres, which was saved by Trey Muse. And the keys to the game, we revisit them here at halftime, presented by Finlay Chevy. How do the keys to the game look after 45 minutes?
You know, I think you can say that Las Vegas did weather the early storm, because San Antonio came out and got a goal and really looked likely to possibly try to make it 2 or 3 early on. But Vegas did a good job. They dug in, they defended well, and then they took their opportunity when they had it and they got the goal. I think if you took it from the beginning and you said, we can be 1-1 going at half, they would have taken it. And as for San Antonio, we've seen a lot of space for Las Vegas running through that midfield, and we were wondering, when you change that midfield, what it's going to look like. And I think it's given Las Vegas a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, the midfield actually changed from a 3-set to a 4-set as we look back at tying up the points. Fully changed midfield 3. Last week it was Christian Pirano, Jorge Hernandez, and Mohamed Abu. Each of those 3 is available off the bench, but they started out with the midfield 4, Ja'Cory Hayes and Bailey sitting in midfield. Zico Bailey had pretty much been a right back as of late. And then Smith and Hansen in front of them. Hansen can play as a forward. He was more of a midfielder on paper in that first half. Here we go, set for the second half. Should be a very interesting 45 minutes.
Yeah, you know, what are they going to change? What's going to be different in this half? And you had Pirano come on there late. Is he going to add a little bit of a spark to this side for San Antonio? And for Vegas, how long are those legs going to last? Another 45. It was a very active 45 minutes for them, where they got out and they did a lot of running. Are they going to have the depth? Are there going to be some changes in play that are going to allow them to keep up that pace? Because I think that's what they're going to need to create another goal.
Pirano was one of those changes in the first half. An apparent injury in the first half to Isaiah Parker. So that was the first change for San Antonio FC. Here we go in the second half. Las Vegas is in white, San Antonio FC is in red. Matt Peterson with Jason Barfield. And your driver away today. We hope he's feeling better. And a throw in here for Luke Stauffer. Last few seasons in Germany with Karl Zeiss Jena. Originally drafted by Vancouver in MLS in 2018. A lot of experience in this division with Red Bulls too.
Lights slowly just moving their way down, winning a throw, getting themselves into an attacking end here. So another throw. This is 4 straight that they've just slowly kind of moved the ball down the field.
There's a deflected shot. The offside flag was up. Tabor Tataka pleading his case.
Yeah, he's got the shoulders shrugged, hands up in the air saying, what did I do? I think he may have just drifted a little far. Once again, though, another big kick from far there. And it immediately puts San Antonio in a spot where they can attack.
A long run, put it to touch.
Momentarily had 2 balls out on the field as well.
And cleared from around the penalty area. Battle in midfield here, lost there by Carlton. Rewon by Nico Hansen. And a free kick. Hansen, very active in midfield here early in the second half.
Don't know if the card was going to come out there, but it looked like maybe just a little bit of a talking to after this foul. Xander Romero came in a little strong, got the foot in. Probably good, just a foul, just a free kick. Nothing more than that.
Diagonal to the edge of the box, headed central. Away by Carlton. Long forward touch. And shielded out by Lamar Batista.
I'm seeing Carlton drawn a little bit deeper here to start the second half.
With the introduction of Christian Pirano in that first half, it leaves just 3 outfield players available for Alan Marcina in the second half. Jorge Hernandez, Mohamed Abu, and Tani Oluwashei, the loanee from Minnesota United.
Yeah, traveled with a thin bench, a little odd when you look at it. So not coming with the full complement of bench players. And then when you have a player come off with an injury and you've got to make a little bit earlier change than you like to, it sort of changes the mindset of what you can do with your substitutions in the second half.
Headed out. Seiko Bailey. Bailey in his return to Las Vegas. That's a nice build-up here from San Antonio FC. Nacho Bailoni with a good knockdown with the chest. 14-5, Vegas have outshot San Antonio FC today. 7 of those 14 shots coming from inside the box. Not simply hopeful efforts. And a good attacking display. Vegas with 44 final third entries already, and San Antonio not far behind with 35.
Yeah, Las Vegas already with more shots in the box than San Antonio has total.
From the edge of the area. And Diaz with the claim. Made his debut a few years ago with River Plate in the Super Classico. Was the 5th choice goalkeeper in the River Plate system, but the first 4 goalkeepers all were in COVID protocol, so he had an opportunity to play and did well in a 1-1 draw. Ended up losing in extra time.
Oh, by the way, you're going to make your debut, and it's going to be against Boca Juniors. Massive rivalry. And to force that one into a penalty shootout. Quite the debut.
That's headed wide. Long opportunity there from Foz, and he heads it just past the near post. Corner kick coming. Yeah, penalty save. They lost in a penalty shootout. May of 21 for Leo Diaz. Harinzo's corner kick here for Las Vegas Lights. Carlton, shadowed by Azriel Gonzalez. Carlton, good delivery, headed straight in the air and out. Return to the corner, slightly overhit. Good thought. But on a narrow field, that's a hard ball to drop in there.
Yeah, thumbs up from Carlton. He liked the idea there. It just carried a little bit far.
Now Bailey will leave it here. Amar Batista grew up in Oklahoma City. Experience with the Colorado Springs, OKC Energy, and North Texas and Timbers too. Nice work on the build-up. Ja'Cory Hayes entering the midfield for this game. Now it's won back by Vegas, and here you can see how wide open this game is.
Yeah, they've got numbers going forward.
There's a good cross, and it's headed clear. Fabian Garcia in a good spot. That was good scrambling, defending from San Antonio FC. Initially, they stepped. They realized they had to retreat in unison. It's a back four today. Maybe the first time in 2 years they've used a back four with all these changes to the lineup.
But once again, it was a ton of space in the midfield for Las Vegas to really operate and pick out a channel.
Corner kick coming for Las Vegas Lights. Carlton delivers another one. That one's a little bit low, cleared by Fabian Garcia. All the way back to Diaz. Xander Romero drops off to support. He gets the start today. He's on a USL Academy contract, making his third start. And all the way back to Jordan Farr. Hansen leaves it. Strong challenge right in front of the referee. Advantageous play. Top of the box. Shifty. Just past the far post. Now Pirano, good hit. We might have a yellow card coming back for this. That was a hard challenge before the advantage was played, and we'll see the decision from the referee.
Yeah, good little cut back there by Pirano. Got it onto the right foot. And he just sailed it high and wide.
And here we see after that challenge, it's Nacho Bailone being supported by his teammate Ja'Cory Hayes. J.C. Greggs had a good view of it. Could have given a free kick and elected to go to advantage. But it looked like Zali right into the back. On his Vegas debut, Timothy Zali, the 6'4" center back from Switzerland.
Yeah, good decision there to play the advantage. Clearly, San Antonio had something working. They ended up getting a shot off of that.
A change here presented by Dignity Health Physical Therapy. Luke Stauffer goes off. Remember, he's on a yellow card. He played 90 minutes on Friday night and is replaced by Tyler Bagley, who also started Friday night. Jacob Bashu, another starter, returns to the lineup, replacing Andres Jimenez. Double change presented by Dignity Health Physical Therapy, and actually a triple change. Marcelo Lage comes on for Zach Carroll. So both yellow-carded players from the first half now on the bench. Sensible managing from Isidro Sanchez with those players playing their second game in 3 days.
Probably a situation going into half. He knew with both of them playing on yellows, they've just played, give me about 10 minutes. Go out, give me the 10 best minutes that you have, and then we'll pull you off. And so, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the plan going into this half. was to see if those guys can come out, give you 10 good minutes in defense, don't allow anything, and then come off, and then you can get some fresh legs out there for the final 35 minutes of the half.
And Nacho Bailone from Rosario, Argentina. This was the previous opportunity.
Yeah, just off the corner. Boy, he didn't really miss that one by much. If you're Diaz will probably tell you he had it covered.
Bailone looks like he'll be able to continue in this game. That was Pirano not far off the mark. There's a flicked header and an opportunity there for Azriel Gonzalez. A good backpedaling defending from Lamar Batista.
Oh, what a good header forward, though.
There's another one.
Same tandem, Azriel Gonzalez, Andrew Carlton in the corner for Las Vegas Lights. Sixth corner kick of the afternoon. Carlton delivers, and it's headed wide. Pato Faz, flat-footed header. As we saw the big Swiss man flying through Timothy Zali. He just missed it. Faz does not, but he cannot steer it on target.
Well, that was a good look there. You know, credit Faz, he was able to still get a lot of traffic in front of him to play a ball forward, but Zali just missed that.
Zali's 25, experience in the Swiss second and third divisions. Joined New Mexico United for this season and has joined Las Vegas on loan. Leo Diaz, the long punt. Carlton wins the second ball. Well defended by Fabian Garcia. Space here, way off the mark, just off the bench. Opportunistic there as no one stepped to Tyler Bagley.
Yeah, eyes got big there. He decided to have a go at it and just kind of scuff it. Didn't catch all of it, but he was ready to make his mark.
He's been more of a center back, and he led the team with 510 minutes entering the weekend. He started on Friday, comes off the bench here this afternoon. Good flicked header. It's alive here for Nico Hansen, and finally clear. Free kick to Las Vegas. They will try to play quickly. That's Hansen down in the box with Jordan Ayimbala. Hansen from Randers, Denmark. Moved to Sacramento, age 10. College soccer at New Mexico. First year with San Antonio, last few seasons with Minnesota United.
It's like Ayembala may have just, that knee a little bit, got caught behind him. He was a little slow moving even when he got up.
It was Marcelo Lage with the clearance. Came off the bench just a few minutes ago. It's his first pro season out of Hofstra. The 3 colleges he played for before Hofstra: George Washington and Coastal Carolina.
Second lengthy stoppage that we've had here in the second half as well. This is going to give a lot of time on the back end of this as well.
Restart from midfield.
You know, 15 minutes into here to the second half, neither team's really gotten a foothold in this. It's a lot different half than what we saw in the first. First was a lot more free-flowing. This one's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of play in the midfield, long balls chopped forward, but nobody there to get on the end of them.
Okay, so a double change there. Only one remaining field player. Tani Oluwaseyi, the loanee from Minnesota United, has entered. And Mohamed Abu for Nico Hansen. So again, a 5-man bench to start the game. Now 3 have been used. Backup goalkeeper and Jorge Hernandez are available for Marcina with 30 minutes plus stoppage time left.
It doesn't leave you a lot of wiggle room here for the last 30.
Tani Oluwaseyi, 22 years of age, loanee from Minnesota United. That's clipped towards the corner. And finally cleared by Lage. Free kick. Tabor Tataka has been active all afternoon.
And Bailey with the breakup of play there. Probably a good, smart foul. Just stepped in. Slowed things up a little bit. Didn't allow the lights to get out and run.
Carlton couldn't quite settle it. Here comes San Antonio FC direct. And Leo Diaz off his line.
Yeah, just a hopeful ball forward. Looking to see if anybody would get on the end of it, but Las Vegas well organized right now at the back. Not allowing a free runner behind them.
Mohamed Abu into the game as well, as he replaced Nico Hansen. Abu, a veteran, 3rd year with San Antonio. His 9th appearance this season, has a goal. He was a regular at last year's championship winning team, 30 appearances, 27 starts for the 31-year-old from Ghana.
Again, a slow restart.
And there's another change for Isidro Sanchez. Danny Rios, on loan from the Houston Dynamo, has replaced Andrew Carlton. 20 years old, homegrown player for the Dynamo. Five in the attack here. Low delivery and well cleared by San Antonio. Good knockdown there. It's on here for Las Vegas Lights, but right at the goalkeeper, Jordan Farr. Excellent knockdown, Preston Tabor Tataka.
Yeah, and it was just, I think, just a touch on the shot. May have broken it up a little bit. Let's see if anybody got a foot in it. It was just a little scuff shot. Didn't catch it clean.
Pato Faz, 1 goal. It's his 8th appearance for Las Vegas Lights. Excellent knockdown. Directional header from Tabor Tataka. Rios for Carlton. Both teams going to the bench here around the hour mark. Headed centrally. Nice little back heel, but it just rolled out. Good effort nonetheless from Preston Tabor Tataka.
Yeah, he thought he kept it in. Ball just drifted a little bit on him.
Faz did well there against 2. Throwing a free kick.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact even in the build-up there that they were allowing to let go, but it was just the constant push and shove and grab and not allowing him to get free. And then you see that last grab there. Bailey got the arm around the chest.
J.C. Gribbs, the referee today after the restart. It's headed central, bouncing in the penalty area, headed backward and kept in play by far as Zico Bailey went back to his goalkeeper. Good punt. It's on here for San Antonio FC. What a turn from Sam Adeniran. Adeniran back on his left and the shot is blocked. That's how he scored the opening goal 5 minutes in. Cutting back to his left and curling it past Leo Diaz, but good defending there from Las Vegas.
And nearly a great individual effort there from Adeniran, and something happening behind the play now.
Lage, the substitute, slow to his feet.
With that quick stoppage, you wonder if it's a head injury they're worried about. See him grabbing the head immediately. I don't know if there was anything more in it, though. Maybe the ball just kind of caught him flush. But with the quick whistle, when he went down to the ground holding his face, anytime they suspect something with a head injury, they're going to err on the side of caution, take a look at the player. He's going to have to go off, be checked by the medical personnel to make sure it's nothing more than just strong contact to the face. You like the fact that they are looking out for the player. The player obviously wants to stay on the pitch, but it just gives them a beat to make sure there's nothing more there, no head injury, before you let the player back on.
Vegas wins the second ball. Both goals coming in the first 20 minutes. Sam Adeniran in the 5th minute for San Antonio. His first goal in his return to San Antonio. He had a dozen last year. And then Preston Tabortataka, his first for Las Vegas after spending last season with New Mexico United. Here's the throw-in. At the top of the box and clear. That was Abu with his touch. And Jorge Hernandez, the last field player available for Alan Marcina, comes on for Camardi Smith, who assisted on Sam Adeniran's opening goal. And Jorge Hernandez had the penalty saved as a soft back pass, and it's cleared by Leo Diaz.
Yeah, a little bit of a nervy touch there. Didn't get it clean. And Diaz had to come out and scramble and just clear it away. He was left kind of in a tough spot there.
Now here comes the change. Officially into the match in the 69th minute for Camardi Smith. Hernandez had the first one saved, but the referee judged that Leo Diaz left early. He had a second chance also saved by Diaz. 22-year-old, born in Mexico, came up in the LA Galaxy Academy. And played in Belgium last year with Michelin after 5 years with LA Galaxy too. Not full season with San Antonio. Jorge Hernandez debuted April 22nd against Phoenix. So now you have each of the 3 players who started in midfield last week have all come off the bench and now on the field for San Antonio FC in the return matchup with Las Vegas.
Yeah, you wondered about that continuity. Now you get some guys out there and who've played together before, kind of know what to expect. And maybe this is what you want, 20 minutes. You know, they've kind of weathered a little bit of the storm here from Las Vegas, playing on the road. Now you get your first choice midfield, so to speak, and get them together and see if they can put something together in the final 20.
San Antonio throwing. Zico Bailey looks to take it quickly. 70 minutes gone, 1-1 between Las Vegas and San Antonio. Second meeting in as many weekends, a 1-1 draw in San Antonio last weekend. Lage heads it central. It's opened up here. Azriel Gonzalez. Good work tracking back in midfields from Mohamed Abu. Shoulder to shoulder challenge. Good touch. Adeniran. Adeniran seemed like he was crossing that. Bit overhit. The closest was Pirano on the far side.
Yeah, Pirano was making the run. Adeniran, though, body turned, really wasn't in position, more just kind of a hopeful ball into the box, but couldn't find anybody. It was well high and out of play. You know, right now, though, Matt, you talked about this in the first half, that the constant number of draws for the lights, and when does that get in your, I think now is that final 20 minutes, and you find yourself once again sitting in a 1-1 game, and you start questioning yourself a little bit, you know, when are we going to get that winning goal? Is that winning goal going to come? And this is the kind of type of the game that you've had your opportunities early, and you're like, you hope that they're not regretting maybe missing an opportunity. We saw the scramble in front of the box in the first half, and they start thinking that they had chances for a second, they didn't get them. Now, is it going to come?
Scrum in midfield. Free kick eventually given. Pirano the last one with the touch. Jordan Ayambala wins the free kick against his former team.
I think these are going to be big for Las Vegas here in the final 20 minutes. A chance to slow things up a little bit, get something off of a set piece. They've done a lot of running. The legs aren't really fresh. It's opportunities like this.
Timothy Zolli to restart. Center back making his Las Vegas Lights debut, 25 years of age from Switzerland. Coach Isidro Sanchez giving some instruction. He will not deliver. Instead, Tyler Bagley will restart. Isidro making sure they have enough defensive cover as Bagley restarts. Right to the goalkeeper, Jordan Farr. And Farr goes for the punt. That's a good punt. Adeniran trying to run it down. And they earn a corner kick. Give all credit to that, to Jordan Farr on his opportunistic and quick punt to put Las Vegas in transition.
The absolute opposite of playing out of the back, right?
Yes.
I mean, the long punt, one touch, and you earn a corner off of it. And that just goes to show what you can do by being aggressive, putting the ball downfield, and seeing what happens.
It's the Frenchman, Fabien Garcia, to deliver for 7 pro seasons in France. Now in his second year with San Antonio with a stop in Austin Bowl before. Corner kick, headed out. Throw in far side for San Antonio. And Ja'Cory Hayes will leave it. Gomez will push forward. Gomez, a rock last year for San Antonio, 34 appearances in their championship-winning season. Somehow that stayed in play.
Yeah. It looked like everybody laid off of it, assuming it was out for a throw, except for San Antonio.
Gomez delivers. San Antonio FC asked for a handball. Instead, it's a throw-in for the visitors. Gomez, low throw. Adeniran trying to turn. Good help side defending there. Jacob Bushiu comes off the bench. Bushiu had started 6 of the 7 first matches before today. To Borchitaka. Back to Bushiu. Ayambala. Ayambala rides out the challenge. Going against Gomez here, good strength. And he's earned a corner. Great work from Jordan Ayambala.
So another set piece opportunity here for Las Vegas, and I think these are the ones that they have an opportunity they need to take advantage of. A chance to slow things up a little bit, get numbers forward, see if they can get a guy in the box and create something here.
7th corner kick of the afternoon. Tyler Bagley will deliver. High lofted delivery. Kept in play by Zolli. Everyone was back for San Antonio. It's Leo Diaz off his line to restart under some pressure. Headed forward Possibilities from this left side. Bagley's cross is cleared straight in the air and headed out by Batista. Pato Faz waits for support. Long touch, Bushiu. His shot is blocked by Batista. And now it's Christian Pirano. Needless foul there. It was 1-on-3 and over eager from Jacob Bushiu.
Yeah, didn't have to do that. Could have just sat back, had cover behind him. He had two guys behind him and didn't have to go throw the leg in, throw the hip in. Now you give San Antonio a chance to sort of regroup a little bit because they were scrambling at the back. There were a couple of opportunities.
Here's the restart, headed straight in the air by Adeniran. Diaz comes off his line to claim. "18 shots for Vegas, 8 for San Antonio. Final third entry, 65 for Vegas, 56 for San Antonio FC. And it's a direct style from Isidro Sanchez. He says, we want to get it forward as quickly as possible. Several players good facing goal on this Las Vegas team. They do not want to build slowly. Pirano, good settle. Gomez clips it to the corner. Adeniran, he has been effective and active all afternoon. Back into the channel, nice touch from Adeniran. He earns a free kick. He's a big body, but that was a nimble touch in between two defenders.
Yeah, we'll get a look at it here. Just played it forward. Yeah, did he play for the contact? Maybe. But he just knocked it forward, threw his body into it, and he's earned a free kick. And this is the spot, pretty much the same spot where Pirano hit from a week ago. He stood over this free kick in the 42nd minute of last week's game in San Antonio, and really just a stunning free kick to level that game at 1, and almost an identical spot here.
But instead it's Jorge Hernandez just off the bench. Third appearance with San Antonio this season for Hernandez. Pirano must be thinking, I'm trusting you, Jorge, to take this free kick. Here it is from Hernandez. He goes for a goal, and it's on the wrong side of the near post. Well hit, but a very tough angle to score from there.
Yeah, good strike. He knew what he wanted to do with it, and just into the side netting.
He really tried to sell it as if he was going to go for a teammate with the cross. You know, a lot of gesticulating, a lot of pointing, trying to trick Leo Diaz into assuming he was going to cross, maybe get Diaz to cheat off his line, but good goalkeeping. He stayed home.
Yeah, once again, Diaz will tell you he had that covered, which I think he might have. It was, you know, he was already playing to that near side to begin with.
Goal kick. Direct. And at the top of the box is cleared by Jordan Farr. Adeniran called for the foul. He was backing into his defender, got the arms out, pretty easy decision as he knocks over Timothy Zalek.
Yeah, you know, if you look back at that play by Diaz, if you look back to last week, he was a little more central into the box on the free kick that was scored by Pirano. He cheated a little bit closer to the post, that near post this time as well. So he positioned himself just maybe a step and a half more towards that post than he did last week.
Zali, good sportsmanship, exchanging a kind word for Adeniran. Here's the upcoming schedule for San Antonio FC, presented by Pink Box Donuts at Charleston, top of the East after Friday night's win. And then on the road at Detroit City FC, 2 straight road games.
Yeah, nearly a month on the road. They're not back home until the end of the month.
And Cubo Torres, a change. He has entered for Azrael Gonzalez. Here's a chance. And a go-ahead goal for San Antonio FC off the bench. His first goal for San Antonio FC, Tani Oluwaseyi. And he's given the visitors the lead in Vegas.
Almost out of nothing. Just a ball play past Diaz, who was left stunned, falling backwards after the ball hit the back of the net. What an absolute stunner of a goal there to give San Antonio the late lead.
He joined San Antonio on loan just a week ago. And now he's given his team a lead away from home. Two goals in the run of play for San Antonio FC after they struggled to score the run of play over the last month or so. A 22-year-old from Abuja, Nigeria, Tani Oluwaseyi. Couple goals last year with Minnesota United too. And the loanies continue to pay dividends for San Antonio FC. Adeniran from St. Louis City FC, the opening goal, the go-ahead goal. Around Tani Oluwaseyi, the loanee from Minnesota United.
Yeah, if you're going to bring those guys in, that's what you want. You want them to contribute, and that's what they've done. Get an opportunity now, a set-piece chance for Las Vegas. Now, they responded well in the first half to the goal, able to come back and get the equalizer. Not as much time, though, to play with here. So I think a yellow card may have been shown there to Adeniran. He was trying to slow the free kick back up, not allow anything quick. Now Las Vegas is going to have to throw numbers forward.
Here's the restart. After the yellow card to Ja'Cory Hayes. Sally all the way back to Leo Diaz. That's Cubo Torres staying forward. He had a penalty saved by Trey Muse on Friday night. Excellent save from the Charleston goalkeeper against Cubo. And Torres with Orange County last season. And now it's Foz running the channels in the corner. In the corner. Deflected. No corner kick given. It's foul. Too much contact from Preston Tabor Tataka.
Yeah, he came charging in on it. I think he felt like he played it well. But you mentioned the contact, too much of it. It took just a glance. Yeah, no attempt to play the ball. He just dropped the shoulder. In the meantime, it's going to allow San Antonio to leak a few extra seconds off the clock.
And free kick to Las Vegas would have been a goal kick otherwise.
Taking a lot of time to get this restarted back into play, letting a lot of time tick off the clock here.
Another free kick is given. A debut in the USL Championship for Tani Oluwase Loney from Minnesota United, and he has the go-ahead goal. Pretty remarkable story. Way to introduce yourself to your new club and its fans. Adeniran the assist, so a goal and an assist from Adeniran. Now it's game management time. They were so good at this last season, managing these leads en route to the USL Championship title in a dominant regular season. Zali was booked for Las Vegas Lights. 81st minute goal. Oluwase making it 2-1 San Antonio FC.
Yeah, San Antonio, they've been good on the road going back to last season. A big part of that championship run. Over their last 20 road games, 14-5-1. So they've been getting the job done when they've gone on the road. You want to get points on the road, but 14 wins out of 20, that's big.
Amazingly good for Alan Marcina's team as they look to snap a 4-game winless run today. Again, this is their first game where either side has scored more than one goal in the last 5. The last 4 games have been San Antonio scoring 1 goal or less, but not conceding more than once. Long throw and headed away. Hernandez leaves it. And a foul after the fact. Vegas getting very physical here late, and maybe some frustration playing its second game in 3 days. That was after a clearance. Kind of a needless foul, not just because of the situation, but it's going to kill more time.
Yeah, they're going to be able to take their time with this one. As you see, nobody even on the ball right now. Everybody just walking like, you know, they're going to let somebody else take it. Chance to kill some really precious seconds here in the closing moments of this.
Jordan Farr to restart. Block shot. And there's another needless foul. Again, Vegas just losing discipline late. That's a 1v1 situation. The opponent's going to the sideline and a push in the back from Jordan Ayembala.
Yeah, it didn't have to do it. Hold your position, and you're probably winning a throw there. Instead, it's going to be a free kick and a chance for San Antonio to just stand over the ball a little bit and eat clock.
Kept in play as Gomez tried to find the corner. They try and release Kubo Torres. Foot race is won by Lamar Batista. And then Kubo commits a foul. Probably 5 fouls in the last 10 minutes, I would guess, at least from Las Vegas.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of them have been in situations where you didn't have to do it. That's another one right there with Kubo. If he just stands his ground, holds his position, he either gives himself a chance to win the ball back, win a throw, or gives his teammates time to kind of build into the attack a little bit and get some numbers up there.
A go-ahead goal, Tani Oluwase. It's the second goal from a substitute this season. Second most in the championship. Only Oakland Roots have scored more goals from substitutes. Oakland has 4 so far off the bench. Diaz punts away. 4 minutes will be added on here at the end of the second half. Stoppage time presented by the Jewelers of Las Vegas.
Boy, I thought that number was going to be bigger. We had those 2 early stoppages in the second half, and I really felt like it was going to be more than 4 minutes added. You've had the goal, you've had several cards have been shown, but the 2 injuries, that's a surprising number for me.
Alan Marcina arguing something. Yellow card will be shown to an assistant coach on Marcina's staff. And another yellow. 2 for the price of 1 in Las Vegas. Referees doubling down. And J.C. Griggs trying to keep order at the end of this one. A little touch from Hernandez, a cheeky touch. It gives his attackers an opportunity. Free kick is given to Vegas. No goal for San Antonio. Adeniran continued to chase down a lost cause, but a little too much there. But I love that touch from Jorge Hernandez to give him a chance.
Oh, yeah, it was a great touch to free him up. Just the little flick. And once again, I don't see a whole lot in that.
It's a hard call. It's a hand to the face. And Adeniran might be getting a yellow card here. It's one of those where you could say accidental, but you have to be in control of your body and your hands. And almost every time, a hand to the face of an opponent is going to be a call.
Another stoppage, though, here's we're slow to restart. So I got to think, of this 4 that's been shown, we've probably been down for a good minute of this 4 already. 3 cards here in stoppage time already have been shown.
We might get to 5 or 6 minutes. Marcina is arguing that Diaz did not move the ball back far enough, but he has a long kick. We've seen it on his goal kicks this season. There's another long restart, chested down, alive in the box, and a handball is called. Tabor Tataka tried to block it. He handled it. A pretty good thought there, chesting it down inside the area for a teammate by Las Vegas.
What a great ball from Diaz, though, into the box. That wasn't just a hopeful kick. That had great placement. It was in a perfect spot. Just didn't get the end results there.
Captain play by Zico Bailey. Low cross, poor clearance, still alive and finally away. Bagley got it out after a missed clearance by Ayembla. Long punt from Diaz. Second ball picked up by Vegas. Maybe a chance for an equalizer here. Tabor Tataka just past the post. So close to a tying goal.
He thought he had it too. He thought he had it. What an effort there. It didn't miss by much.
Sublime hit about 25 yards out. Opportunistic by Tabor Tataka. Hernandez settles. Will he take it to the corner? Behind Adeniran. Maybe one more thrust forward for Las Vegas.
Yeah, how much time are they going to give here? 3 yellow cards in stoppage time. Probably we're down for about a minute. You might have about 30 seconds left.
Ayembla, good forward ball. Pato Faz running the channels. Slightly behind Bagley. Did he keep it in? He did not.
Unfortunate there.
Bagley tried his best. Former Inter Miami player. Full time from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. A first goal in his return to San Antonio from Sam Adeniran, and a debut goal from Tani Oluwaseyi. And San Antonio has snapped its 4-match winless run. They win in Las Vegas 2-1.
Yeah, big 3 points on the road for San Antonio. Ultimately, in the end, they looked like the fresher team. They had the legs there at the end, but credit to Las Vegas. 20 shots in this one. You wondered what kind of turnaround they were going to have after playing Friday night. I think there are some positives they can take from this one, but ultimately, the end result is it's a home match where you get no points.
And now time for our Get Lit moment of the match. And this was this wild scrum in the first half. No goal, but a lot of opportunities for Las Vegas.
Yeah, a couple of blocks off the end line, a great swat by far. You know, heart in your throat type of moments there for San Antonio. And ultimately, they're able to clear it away. And, you know, big moment there because that was a chance for Las Vegas to go up 2-1.
Get lit moment presented by Red Apple Fireworks, located over the hump in Pahrump. San Antonio FC, a 2-1 win in the return fixture after a 1-1 draw last week. We come back to wrap it up after this. Full time, San Antonio 2, Las Vegas 1.
Dear Eric, I want to thank you for your honesty and dedication while selling me my new car last month at Finley Subaru of Las Vegas. I've always been wary of car salesmen, often with good reason, but you've helped me redefine the stereotypes. You have welcomed me into the Subaru family, and I appreciate you treating me like family rather than a customer. I absolutely love my Subaru. Love, Kylie Carroll.
Maintain the love with complimentary maintenance when you purchase or lease a new Subaru. SubaruLasVegas.com.
Nevada Donor Network is a proud partner of the Las Vegas Lights FC. We are asking for your help to save and heal lives. Registered organ, eye, and tissue donors give hope to the more than 650 Nevadans waiting for their second chance at life. You have the power to bring them hope. Register as a hero today at registerme.org. Together, we are Nevada Strong.
At Silver State Schools Credit Union, we'll be by your side through every moment of life's journey, from big life changes to small celebrations and everything in between, because we prioritize people over profit. Become a member today and have a financial partner for life.
As a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Lights, Security National Mortgage Company is looking to help you score your next big goal, buying a house. Our process is simple, with in-house underwriting, processing, and closing, keeping you informed from start to finish. With our Snap Home mobile app, you can look for a home, get financing, and more right from your phone. Together, we can outmatch the competition. Contact us today and let Security National be a part of your home team.
Imagine having your children learn while playing, exploring, and being inspired while igniting a lifelong love of learning.
Full time on this Sunday afternoon, Cinco de Mayo weekend at Cashman Field in Las Vegas. And San Antonio FC snaps a 4-match winless run with a 2-1 win over Las Vegas Lights. Here is the man of the match, and it is from Las Vegas, Preston Tabor Tataka, his first goal in his 4th appearance with this new team.
Yeah, great job taking advantage of the run there. Good curling run around the defender, one-time touch, slotting it home. Tremendous finish, certainly something to build on there. And yeah, love the touch there from him.
Man of the match presented by Liuna. Hardest working man of the match. Laborers International, the hardest working guys in Vegas. He nearly had a tying goal in second half stoppage time for the 24-year-old from Cameroon.
Yeah, tremendous effort from him, both ends. Full 90 minutes, and just nearly equalized there at the end.
The save of the game is presented by Nevada Donor Network. Remember, you can save a life at registerme.org. And this was from Jordan Farr, the reigning goalkeeper of the year in the USL Championship.
Yeah, he was good today. He did exactly what he needed to do there in goal. You didn't see anything, didn't have to do anything spectacular, but when he was called upon, he was there to make the stop.
Matt Peterson with Jason Barfield. Second game in 3 days, and now Vegas must turn the page. Tulsa comes to town next Saturday. Winnable game. Tulsa 1 win in 9.
Yeah, and I think you're going to be encouraged. You've got some time now to sit and kind of relax a little bit, regroup, refresh after playing Friday, Sunday. Saturday's going to feel like 2 weeks away to these guys. And, you know, you look at it and you've got an opponent coming in that you can take advantage of. Certainly some things here that they can look at that were positive. It's a tough ask, right? 2-day turnaround. You got the defending champs coming in. And so now you get a chance to take a breath, look at the opponent, and go out and try to get those first 3 points of the year.
Before we look ahead to Tulsa, we look back at the highlights of this one. Las Vegas and San Antonio and the full-time stats. Look at that, 20 shots. It's a very direct style for Isidro Sanchez. And 5 on target. One of the best offensive showings of the season, in my opinion, for Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, and it's a total reverse of what they did in San Antonio. They had just 6 shots in that game against San Antonio. In fact, it was San Antonio that doubled them up in that one. The frustrating part is you just didn't get the full end result from that.
So San Antonio FC snaps a 4-match winless run for Las Vegas. They'll have to wait another 6 days to try and find their first win of the season. Sam Adeniran, his first goal of the season. A tying goal from Preston Tabor-Tataka. And then a first goal on his debut, Tani Oluwaseyi, the game winner in the 81st minute. Next broadcast, it's our Nissan drive to the next match. Saturday, May 13th against FC Tulsa, 7:30 from Cashman Fields. For Jason Barfield and our entire team, Matt Peterson saying so long from Cashman Field. Full-time, San Antonio 2, Las Vegas 1.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.